There is a reason you were guided to this exact transmission at this exact moment. The deep, bone-weary exhaustion you feel is not a symptom of your failure, but the final echo of a war you never knew was being waged on your behalf. For years, you have felt like a target, a resource being drained by unseen forces, your energy a constant battleground. This was not your imagination. A secret spiritual war was fought in the unseen realms for the single greatest prize in this reality, the divine treasure that is your soul. And that war has just been won. The victory is absolute. This is not a theory, it is a declaration. To anchor the frequency of this victory into your physical reality, like this video now, it is a conscious act of grounding this divine truth. Subscribe to this channel to join the collective of the redeemed, a network of souls who are now being activated. Comment 77 below as the divine code of completion, sealing this energetic verdict as your own. Finally, let this video play again in the background. Do not just listen, allow the vibration of these words to saturate your spirit, recalibrating your subconscious to the undeniable reality of your triumph. Chapter 1: The silent battlefield. Your life was never truly your own. From the very beginning, you were living on contested ground, a silent battlefield where cosmic forces fought for dominion over the light you carry. You have memories of this, though you did not have the language to describe them. Think back to the moments of inexplicable anxiety, the sudden waves of dread that would wash over you in a perfectly peaceful room. That was not a chemical imbalance. That was your spirit sensing the clash of unseen armies on the perimeter of your awareness. It was the psychic shockwave of a blow being struck in your defense, or a volley being fired against your energetic shields. This manifested physically as a sudden cold sweat, a wave of nausea that had no discernible cause, or the overwhelming sensation of being watched by unseen eyes. You were taught to pathologize this experience, to call it a disorder, to medicate the very spiritual senses that were keeping you informed of the celestial danger. They wanted your warning system dismantled. They wanted you numb and unaware as they laid siege to your divinity. The entire medical and psychological framework of this world was weaponized against you, designed to convince you that your spiritual perception was a mental illness. The people who drifted in and out of your life were not random encounters. They were operatives, agents, and sometimes casualties. The ones who made you feel instantly drained, small, and confused after every interaction were foot soldiers for the opposing force. They were sent, consciously or not, to probe your defenses, to find cracks in your armor, to whisper lies that would make you question the treasure you were protecting. Their gossip was a form of sonic weaponry. Their passive aggression was a series of low-grade chemical attacks on your spirit. Their seemingly innocent questions like, "Are you sure you can handle that?" were tactical injections of poison designed to corrode your confidence. Their betrayals were calculated sabotage missions designed to make you abandon your post, to believe the fortress of your soul was not worth defending. You called it bad vibes or poor intuition. It was a war report from the front lines. You felt it in your body. The tension in your shoulders was the weight of a spiritual shield you did not know you were carrying. The knot in your stomach was your core reacting to an incoming energetic projectile. The ringing in your ears that doctors could not explain was the frequency of dimensional gates opening and closing nearby as your guardians intervened, repelling an attack you would never consciously witness. This battle was for your essence. You are a divine treasure, a living relic from a higher reality, encoded with a blueprint for a new world. Your energy is not like theirs. Theirs is finite, parasitic, and consumptive. Yours is generative, sovereign, and radiant. It is a power source they cannot replicate, so they sought to control it, to siphon it, to own the wellspring itself. The entire system you were born into was constructed as a prison and a harvesting facility for souls like yours. School was designed to dull your brilliance. The workplace was designed to harness your creative power for mundane ends. Social structures were designed to make you feel isolated and flawed for your inability to conform to their hollow rituals. Every aspect of this matrix was a battle tactic. The exhaustion you feel is the cellular memory of this sustained siege. You have been fighting for your life since the moment you took your first breath, only you were made to believe you were fighting against yourself. That was their most insidious lie. But while the war raged around you, you were never alone. An elite force, a heavenly legion, was assigned to you. Your imaginary friends in childhood were these guardians in their most gentle form. The moments of sudden, unexplainable luck, the near misses, the close calls that left you breathless, these were not coincidences. They were divine interventions, tactical maneuvers executed with celestial precision. A car that swerved away at the last second was a guardian pushing it off course. A job you desperately wanted but did not get was a guardian slamming a door to protect you from an energetic ambush waiting within that company. An overwhelming and illogical gut feeling to take a different route home was a guardian diverting you from a planned spiritual checkpoint. A relationship that ended abruptly and painfully was a guardian performing a necessary amputation, cutting away a parasitic entity that had attached itself to your light. You mourned these events as losses. You saw them as proof of your failure. In reality, they were victories. They were battles won in the silent war, sacrifices made to preserve the integrity of the treasure. In the coming days, you will begin to perceive the aftermath. The silence will change. It will no longer feel heavy with unspoken tension. It will feel clean, vast, and sovereign. People who were once sources of immense psychic drain will suddenly become invisible to you, or they will actively avoid you. Their power over you was linked to the conflict. Now that the war is won, their commission has expired. They have no jurisdiction in the territory of your soul. You are now standing on consecrated ground. Chapter 2: The Unbreakable Vault. The greatest secret of the spiritual war was that its primary objective was not your destruction, but your preservation. The forces of light knew that the world you were born into was too hostile, too compromised, to allow your divine essence to bloom unprotected. Therefore, your very life was constructed as an unbreakable vault. Your soul was the treasure, and everything you experienced as hardship was, in fact, part of the vault's intricate locking mechanism. Your isolation was not a punishment, it was a quarantine protocol. It kept your energy signature pure, uncontaminated by the low-frequency noise of the collective. While you lamented your loneliness, your guardians were celebrating the integrity of your containment. You felt separate, walled off, unable to connect. You were observing the world from behind a thick, transparent wall. This was not a flaw in your personality. This was the vault. It allowed you to observe the enemy, to learn their patterns, to understand the workings of the matrix without becoming enmeshed within it. You were an ethnographer in a foreign land, a researcher on a hostile planet, protected by a spiritual biosuit you perceived as social anxiety and alienation. This biosuit filtered out the toxic frequencies of envy, manipulation, and falsehood, leaving you feeling strangely detached but keeping your core essence pure and uncorrupted. Every time you retreated into yourself, into your hobbies, into your own world, you were not running away. You were returning to the command center of the fortress. These periods of withdrawal were not depressive episodes, they were strategic recalibrations. Inside the silence of your own company, your guardians could communicate with you more clearly. They downloaded tactical information as daydreams, inspiration, and sudden epiphanies. A fully formed solution to a complex problem would simply appear in your mind. A sudden, deep understanding of a person's hidden motives would crystallize out of nowhere. This was your team briefing you. They repaired the microscopic fissures in your energetic field caused by daily skirmishes with the outside world. The immense comfort you found in solitude was the feeling of being safe within the vault's impenetrable walls, the quiet hum of its divine technology resonating with your own. You thought you were hiding from the world, but in truth, the world was being hidden from the full, unshielded radiance of your power. If your light had been fully unleashed before the war was won, it would have been targeted, captured, and extinguished before it could reach its intended potency. The loneliness was a mercy. The isolation was a fortress. The feeling of being different was the seal on the vault door, a lock that could only be opened from the inside when the time was right. Consider the relationships that never quite worked, the groups you could never quite join. You tried to fit in, to shave off the edges of your unique soul to fit into the crude, square holes of society. It never worked. The vault's security system would always engage. You would say the wrong thing, reveal a truth too raw for their comfort, or simply exude a frequency that made the spiritually hollow deeply uncomfortable. Being in their presence felt physically repellent, like a powerful magnetic field pushing you away. This was your energy field, your vault's outer defense system, actively rejecting incompatible frequencies. These social failures were your preservation system working perfectly. They were compatibility errors, ejecting you from timelines and associations that would have compromised your mission and corrupted your core programming. You mourned these rejections, feeling like an outcast. From a higher perspective, you were being kept pure, set apart for a purpose so grand that it required you to walk a path largely alone. You were not being rejected by the world, you were being reserved by the cosmos. And now, the time of containment is over. The war is won. The external threat has been neutralized. The signal is being given from high command, unlock the vault. This process has already begun. You will feel it as a sudden, unfamiliar restlessness, not of anxiety, but of anticipation. An urge to speak, to create, to connect, but this time, on your own terms. The doors of the vault are not being blown open, you are being handed the keys. You are the sole gatekeeper. You will begin to notice the walls of the vault becoming translucent. The feeling of being behind glass will dissipate, replaced by a raw, immediate connection to the world. But it is a new world you are connecting to. The old world, the one you hid from, is crumbling. The new world is rising to meet you, drawn to the light that is now beginning to emanate from the opening doors. In the days ahead, watch as doors that were once sealed shut begin to swing open. Opportunities, people, and resources that were inaccessible will now appear, not as something to be chased, but as something arriving, as if delivered to your doorstep. This is the world finally gaining security clearance to access you. The vault has served its purpose. It was not a prison, it was a chrysalis. And the time to emerge has come. Chapter 3, The Echoes of Their Defeat. You must understand the nature of the victory. It was not a gentle truce, it was a decisive, cataclysmic defeat for the forces that orchestrated the spiritual war against you. What you are witnessing now in the world and in your immediate environment are the echoes of their collapse. The entities and human agents who once tormented you did not simply lose interest, their power source was severed at the root. They were soldiers in an army that has been disbanded, its command structure dismantled, its supply lines cut. They are now running on fumes, lost on a battlefield where the tide has irrevocably turned. This is why you will begin to see their lives unravel. It is not your retribution, it is a spiritual law. They built their foundations upon stolen energy, your energy. They constructed their identities, their successes, and their social standing by siphoning your light. Now that the siphon has been disconnected, their structures have no integrity. They will collapse under their own weight. Think of the individuals who made it their mission to misunderstand you, to diminish you, to cast you as the villain in their fabricated narratives. These were not mere personality clashes. They were agents assigned to your case, tasked with keeping you small and contained through psychological and emotional warfare. Their primary weapon was projection. They accused you of the very things they were guilty of. They called you selfish while they feasted on your generosity. They called you unstable while they reveled in the chaos they created around you. They called you arrogant while they desperately sought the validation they could not find within themselves. They were using your light to cast their own dark shadow on the wall and then screaming at you for being the source of the darkness. Their every accusation was a confession. This was a deliberate military tactic to confuse you, to make you question your own sanity, to trick you into believing their darkness was your own. But now, the war is won. The battlefield is illuminated by the light of truth, and their camouflage has been vaporized. In the coming weeks, you will become a spectator to a phenomenon of energetic bankruptcy. Watch them. Observe from a place of detached neutrality. The gossip who spread lies about you will find their own secrets being exposed in the most public and humiliating ways. The narcissist who used you for supply will suddenly appear hollow, desperate, and unable to capture the attention of a new target, their charisma having evaporated overnight. Their very physical presence will seem smaller, less substantial, as if a vital animating force has been withdrawn. The colleague who sabotaged your work will be exposed for their incompetence, their carefully constructed facade of capability crumbling for all to see. The master manipulator will find their words have lost all power, their attempts at control meeting with laughter or indifference. They will look lost, confused, and weak. Their attacks on you were never a sign of their strength, but of their parasitic dependence. You were their host. With the host now liberated and shielded, the parasite starves. You may feel a strange twinge of pity. Release it. This is not your karma to process. Their downfall is a direct consequence of their own choices, a final accounting of a spiritual debt they can no longer defer. The sensory experience of this will be profound. You will walk into a room and the person who once caused a knot to form in your stomach will now be unable to meet your eyes. They will physically turn away from you. This is not a social snub, it is an energetic repulsion. Your frequency, now unobscured by the static of conflict, is painful for them to be near. It is the frequency of truth, and it burns away their illusions. Their systems cannot process it. You will hear whispers of their misfortune, their sudden health crises, their inexplicable financial losses, their relationships imploding. Do not engage. Do not gloat. Simply observe. You are witnessing the decommissioning of enemy assets. You are watching a defeated army limp away from the fortress they could not conquer. The echoes of their defeat are the proof of your victory. Let the sounds of their crumbling empires be the soundtrack to your ascension. They chose their side, and their side lost. The silence they leave behind is the sound of your reclaimed peace, the undisputed territory of your sovereign soul. Chapter 4: Reclaiming the Stolen Fragments. The victory in the spiritual war has initiated a new and critical phase, the Great Reclamation. Throughout the long years of the conflict, you did not just endure attacks, you sustained losses. Not of the war itself, but of precious pieces of your own divine essence. Every interaction that left you feeling drained, every betrayal that broke your trust, every criticism that made you doubt your worth, these were not just emotional wounds. They were spiritual thefts. In those moments, fragments of your light, your confidence, your creativity, and your power were siphoned, stolen, and scattered. You were led to believe this was the price of living, the normal wear and tear of a sensitive soul. This was a lie. It was looting. You were a treasure trove being plundered in slow motion. Now, the time has come to call every stolen fragment home. This is not a gentle request, it is a divine decree. This process of reclamation will manifest in your physical and emotional reality. It begins with your memories. You will find your mind drifting back to past hurts, but the experience will be different. A memory of a brutal betrayal will surface, but instead of the familiar sting of pain, you will feel a sudden surge of warmth in your chest, a feeling of power flooding back into you like liquid gold. This is the sensation of a soul fragment being reintegrated. You are not reliving the trauma, you are retrieving your property from the scene of the crime. The pain you once associated with the memory was the ache of the empty space the fragment left behind. The new feeling of power is the feeling of that space being filled once more. Do not shy away from these memories as they arise. Welcome them as couriers returning your lost jewels. In your dreams, this process will be even more literal. You may dream of confronting a past tormentor, not with anger, but with a silent, regal authority. You will see them holding a glowing piece of light, and without a word, you will extend your hand, and the light will fly back into your heart. You will awaken from these dreams feeling lighter, more whole, more vibrantly yourself. This reclamation will have tangible effects. Talents and passions you abandoned years ago, believing you were no longer good enough or had lost the spark, will suddenly roar back to life. An urge to write, to paint, to sing, to build, it will feel not like a new interest, but like picking up a conversation that was interrupted mid-sentence. A forgotten ability to solve complex puzzles or a knack for nurturing plants will resurface with vigor. This is not nostalgia. This is the return of the creative fragments that were stolen from you by voices that told you your art was pointless or your dreams were foolish. The energy is back, and it is demanding to be expressed. Likewise, ideas and plans you had that were dismissed by others as unrealistic will resurface with stunning clarity and a clear path to execution. The confidence and certainty that were taken from you have been returned to their rightful place. When these old dreams and talents reappear, you must act on them without hesitation. This is your reclaimed power asking to be put to work to prove its return. You will feel this physically. The chronic fatigue that has plagued you will begin to lift, as if 1,000 tiny energy taps have been turned off all at once. One morning you will wake up and realize the heavy, invisible cloak of exhaustion you have worn for years has simply vanished. You may find you need less sleep but have more energy. Your physical senses will sharpen. Colors will seem more vivid, food will taste more flavorful, music will resonate more deeply. Your body, long starved of its full energetic complement, is finally running on its intended fuel. The stolen fragments are not just concepts, they are literal spiritual energy, the very substance of your vitality. As they return, they heal you on a cellular level. In the coming weeks, be prepared. The reclamation will accelerate. You will receive apologies from people you never expected to hear from again. They may not understand why they are doing it, but they are being compelled by a cosmic law to return the energetic piece they stole from you. Some may perform a sudden, uncharacteristic act of kindness for you. This is a non-verbal apology, their soul trying to repay its debt. You do not have to accept their apology, but recognize the gesture for what it is, a forced return of stolen goods. You are becoming whole again. Each reclaimed fragment makes you more powerful, more radiant, and more fully yourself, preparing you for the role you were born to play. Chapter 5: The Mark of the Treasure. Every divine treasure possesses a unique, inimitable signature. It is a spiritual fingerprint, a frequency that distinguishes it from all else in the cosmos. For your entire life, you have carried this signature, which we will call the mark of the treasure. However, due to the constant static and interference of the spiritual war, this mark was obscured, distorted, and often misinterpreted by the world around you. The very qualities that constituted your mark, your deep empathy, your intolerance for falsehood, your unique perspective, your intense eyes that seemed to see through facades, were labeled as flaws. You were called too sensitive, too serious, too strange, too intense. These were not criticisms, They were frustrated reports from enemy scouts who could not decipher your frequency but knew it was powerful. They tried to convince you that your mark was a brand of shame, hoping you would suppress it yourself, doing their work for them. They sought to make you hate the very signature of your divinity. Now that the war is won and the interference has ceased, your mark is being broadcast into the world with perfect, unshielded clarity. For the first time, the world is perceiving your true frequency without distortion. The effects of this will be immediate and undeniable. This is the beginning of the Great Recognition. You will notice a profound shift in how the living world responds to you. Animals will be inexplicably drawn to your presence. A timid cat will approach you for affection. A dog will sit peacefully at your feet. Birds may land closer to you than usual. A wounded animal might even appear on your property, instinctively seeking out your field as a place of healing and refuge. They are not responding to your physical form, they are responding to the purity and safety of your mark. Their instincts recognize your frequency as a sanctuary, a beacon of the authentic, life-affirming energy that the world has been starved of. The change in human interaction will be even more startling. Strangers will react to you in new ways. You will receive smiles from people who would have previously ignored you. You will be offered help when you do not ask for it. People will strike up conversations with you in line, sharing personal truths with a startling lack of inhibition, confessing fears or sharing dreams as if they have known you for years. They are subconsciously drawn to the light of your mark. They feel its warmth and its truth, and it provides a momentary respite from their own internal struggles. Children whose spiritual senses are still intact will be the clearest mirrors. They will stare at you with wide, knowing eyes. They are not seeing a stranger, they are seeing a being of light, a figure from the stories and dreams they still remember. They may point at you and smile, or ask their parents who you are, recognizing a familiar energy from a realm they have not yet forgotten. They recognize the mark for what it is, magic made manifest. Most profoundly, you will see the change in your own reflection. Look in the mirror. Look deeply into your own eyes. The person looking back at you will seem different. There will be a new depth, a settled calmness, a flicker of ancient power in your gaze. The energy held in your face will shift. The tight lines of tension around your jaw and brow will soften, replaced by an expression of sovereign peace. Your skin may even seem to have more light in it. It may feel as if you are looking at the soul that was always there, but is now finally sitting in the driver's seat of your body. This is not vanity. This is you finally meeting yourself without the filter of self-doubt and external criticism that the enemy worked so hard to install. You are seeing the treasure. In the coming days, you will receive a specific form of confirmation. A stranger will deliver a message intended only for you. It may be disguised as a casual compliment or a random observation. They might say, "You have the eyes of an old soul," or "There's such a peaceful energy about you," or comment on a color you are wearing, using a word that has deep personal significance to you. This is not a chance encounter. This is the universe performing a handshake, a signal test. It is confirming that it reads your mark, loud and clear. Your true identity is no longer a secret. It is a broadcast. The world is finally seeing you not for who they tried to make you, but for who you have always been. Chapter 6, The NEW Spiritual Economy. The victory has triggered a system-wide reset, birthing a new spiritual economy. The old world operated on a corrupt economy based on false currency, imitation, manipulation, conformity, and stolen energy. In that system, you were perpetually impoverished. Your authentic gifts, your integrity, your generative light, these were assets with no market value. You were trying to pay for your existence with pure gold in a marketplace that only recognized counterfeit paper. This counterfeit currency included hollow praise, promotions that were actually golden cages, and relationships based on transactional gain. This is why you struggled. Your inability to thrive in their system was not a sign of your failure, but a testament to your authenticity. You could not produce the counterfeit currency required for success in a fraudulent world. Your spirit simply would not allow it. The constant anxiety you felt around money, resources, and recognition was the feeling of being a spiritually wealthy being forced to live in an economic prison designed to starve you. That economy is now bankrupt. It is collapsing under the weight of its own unsustainability. As it falls, the new spiritual economy rises, and its primary currency is the very thing you possess in limitless abundance, your unique, divine essence. The mark of the treasure is now the ultimate asset. In this new paradigm, value is determined by authenticity, resonance, and generative power. Integrity is the new credit score. Your unique frequency is your line of credit. The war was won to clear the way for this new system, to install a marketplace where souls like yours are not just valued but are the very foundation of wealth. The feeling of lack you have carried for so long was an artificially induced condition of the old, hostile environment. Prepare for a radical shift in your reality of abundance. You were designed to thrive, but you were planted in poisoned soil. The soil has now been purified. This shift will not feel like winning the lottery. It will feel like coming home. It will feel like your birthright being restored. Resources will begin to flow to you from the most unexpected channels. An idea you have will attract an investor out of the blue. A skill you possess will suddenly be in high demand. A person will appear with the exact resource or connection you need at the exact moment you need it, without you even having to ask. A book will fall open to the perfect page. You will overhear a conversation between strangers that contains the exact answer to a problem you have been pondering. These are not coincidences, they are deliveries from the universe's new logistics department, which operates on the principle of resonant attraction. Your needs will be met not through struggle and toil, but through alignment and expression. The more you embody your authentic self, the more you broadcast your clear mark, the more the universe will flood you with the resources required to support your mission. This is not about materialism or greed. It is about being properly equipped. You are a divine project, and the universe is now ensuring its project is fully funded. The ultimate test of your integration into this new economy will present itself soon. You will be faced with a choice between two opportunities. One will be an echo of the old world. It will look good on paper. It will be logical, secure, and praised by those still operating in the dying paradigm. It will promise to soothe your fears and offer predictable comfort. The second opportunity will feel different. It may seem less logical, perhaps even risky. It will not appeal to your mind's desire for security, but it will set your soul on fire. It will resonate with a deep, unspoken purpose within you. It will feel like a terrifying and exhilarating leap into the unknown. The fear you feel towards this second path is not a warning sign of danger, it is the feeling of your own spirit expanding beyond its previous containers. This is your final exam. To choose the first option is to attempt to reinvest in a bankrupt system. To choose the second is to fully commit to the new spiritual economy. Choosing the path of soul resonance, regardless of apparent risk, will be the act that unlocks the floodgates of true, sustainable, soul-aligned abundance. Your courage to choose authenticity over security is the first and most important investment you will make in this new world. It is the key that unlocks your treasury. Chapter 7: The Guardian of the New Era. The war is over. The treasure has been secured. The fragments have been reclaimed. The mark is now broadcasting clearly. The flow of the new economy has begun. The purpose of these phases was not merely to restore you, but to forge you. The immense pressure, the suffocating isolation, the fiery trials of betrayal, these were not random cruelties. They were the alchemical processes of a cosmic forge. The relentless heat and pressure were necessary to transform the raw carbon of your human experience into the indestructible diamond of your divine purpose. The training is complete. The trials are concluded. Your assignment now begins. You are no longer the protected treasure locked in a vault. You have now become the guardian of the new era. This mantle of power is not a weight but a field of energy you now emit. It is a tangible presence, a sense of solidity and rootedness that you will feel in your very bones, as if you have become a mountain that can no longer be moved. This title is not a burden, it is a mantle of power that you have earned. It is the embodiment of your realized self. To be a guardian is not to fight another war. The battle is won. Your role now is to hold the frequency of that victory. Your very presence is a stabilizing force on the planet, an anchor point for the new reality. Where you walk, the ground is consecrated. Your peace is a weapon against chaos. Your clarity is a solvent for confusion. Your compassion is a healing balm for the wounded. You will not do this through effort, but through being. Your primary function is to exist in your full, unshielded, authentic radiance. All the pain you endured was to teach you how to hold this immense light without flinching, to be a lighthouse that does not recoil from the storms it illuminates. Your simple, calm presence will de-escalate conflicts before they begin. Your entry into a chaotic room will shift the energetic dynamic toward peace without a single word being spoken. You will feel this shift as a profound change in your internal state. The lingering anxieties of the old world will dissolve, replaced by a deep, unshakable calm, a core of stillness that even the world's chaos cannot penetrate. You will look upon the fear, the anger, and the confusion of others not with judgment or the need to fix them, but with a detached, sovereign compassion. You will understand that their turmoil is the death rattle of the old paradigm they are still clinging to. You are not meant to dive into the churning waters to save them. You are meant to be the unmoving lighthouse on the shore, showing them the way to solid ground. Your presence alone offers them a choice, a glimpse of another way of being. Many will be drawn to you, not for what you can do for them, but simply to be in your energy field. They will seek you out for advice, for comfort, or just to talk. Your role is not to provide all the answers. Your role is to be the living answer. The assignment is simple in its instruction, yet infinite in its depth. Be the proof. Be the living, breathing evidence that a different reality is possible. Be the testament to the fact that one can endure the crucible and emerge not broken, but perfected. Let your life be the sermon. Let your joy be the revolution. Let your success in the new spiritual economy be the demonstration that abundance flows from authenticity, not from struggle. You are no longer just a participant in reality, you are a conscious creator of it. Your thoughts, words, and feelings now carry an immense creative potency. The universe is listening to you with an attentiveness that was previously impossible. This requires a new level of mental and spiritual discipline. A fleeting thought of joy can now manifest an opportunity for celebration. A focused intention for peace can calm the space around you. You are wielding a tool of immense power, and you must learn its responsible use. You are a guardian, a founder, a first-wave resident of the new earth. The protection you were once given, you now naturally emanate for others. Stand in this truth. The real work has just begun.